We'll get to him later on.
Zach Pillar with us, former Titan. Well, you never know other, right? Former Titan.
No, I was just a Titan. I was a Detroit Lion shortly thereafter for just long enough to steal some mesh and T-shirts out of the equipment room. And then I was a New York Giant a little bit longer. I grabbed a travel bag.
Did you get a Super Bowl ring for that 07 season?
No, I got cut right before, so that was cool.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Tom Coughlin. He's not near as bad a guy as people say he is it?
I mean, I caught him, kind of later than that 07 year. So he was really cool to me. I mean, he used to complain I gained about 20 pounds during training camp because I was drinking so much beer. And he would say, what are you doing, spending all your per diem money on beer? And I'd say, absolutely, Coach.
Wonder why you didn't say one.
Yeah. Got a call here. Ken in Waverly. Got some, want to talk a little bit to Zach. Hey, Ken, go right ahead.
Hey, Zach, what's the chance you taking Brad's place on the show there? I listen to these guys every morning, and I thought maybe, one Titan replaced the other Titan, offensive lineman, so...
He's a much better offensive lineman than me and a much better radio guy. So I'm just going to stay on my golf cart. I work at the airport. I want to give a shout out to my boss who drafted me in the fifth round of my golf cart job now.
Thanks, Ken.
Brian Patterson at MVI Field Services.
Finish up, Ken.
I listen to you guys every morning. I really get a laugh out of you and things. I'm a big sports guy. My boys get on me all the time about listening just to sports radio, but I keep it on the game all the time. So
thanks, Ken.
That's about it. Like I say, it's a great show, and things, a lot of interesting topics and things. I'm a big Kentucky Wildcat fan. I grew up in Lexington. Lived almost 40 years up there, so I played a little blue. I know the football program's down and.
All right, Ken.
Hey, Ken, what size shoe do you wear, Ken?
No, Ken. We love you, man.
Thanks, Ken.
Hey, and wrap that. That's our next promo. Wait, hold a second. I'm going to let you finish that. Go ahead and finish plugging your all the plugs you need to get.
And B-Hop, he'll like this because my boss, Brian Patterson, he played offensive line at Wisconsin. So he's a big Badger. He's a Big Ten guy, so I got to listen to his crap too. Just like you guys do around here with Illinois. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, you're not kidding, but yeah.
But I do love old Brian, man. He took care of me, and I've been working there since March. And I want to give a shout out to all the people that when I carry their luggage for them, don't tip. So I really just want to say thank you.
All right, Zach, you signed with Georgia Tech out of college.
Yes.
Why'd you leave Tech?
It's a long story. I don't need to get into that. But once I got to Tech, I realized they weren't giving out grades and diplomas. So when I graduated high school with liberal arts math, and then was in Calc 6, I realized that
wrong school.
I was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Zach Pillar, former Tennessee Titan, joining us here in the Windish First Quarter. You've heard his comedic side. Now let's hear his serious side.
Yeah.
Javon Belcher.
I mean, I don't want to get, it's a little early to start getting into that.
It's not this way. Is it early on talk shows across the country that are trying to figure out what happens with athletes? Things that they go through. Obviously, Junior Seau is topical. I mean, things that happen to guys is not guaranteed to have a wonderful, illustrious career once you walk away from the game, and you can totally attest to that. I mean, it's a little bit of reality, right?
Yeah, definitely reality. I mean, obviously, the guy went off the deep end, and, nobody will ever know what he was thinking when you do something like that. And then, Junior Seau, I actually used to see him quite a bit. He had a friend here in Franklin, so I would see him handful of times. He was always one of the greatest guys I ever met.
Well, the reason why I brought that up is I heard a topical question on the truck the other day when I was running, and it was, does the NFL do enough post-career, to ensure the, I guess you could say, the safety or the elevation, whatever else it is, of its participants?
Well, I was talking to somebody about that, just life skills. They do a once-a-year life skill thing while you're in the league. And, I think if they want to really try to address it, maybe they need to do something, 3 or 4 times a year. Keep hounding on it, like the rookie symposium. Maybe they do something, a few times a year. I know it's hard during the season with all the meetings and the time and how tired players are and treatment and all that. So you know, as far as the post-career stuff, I think right now with all the concussion stuff, I think they're at least trying to make everything look good. You know, I don't like that Roger Goodell, I think he's fully, you know what, and but like for Paul Tagliabue to be doing the bounty, to me looks like, of course he's going to find him guilty because back in the 80s or 90s or whenever Tagliabue was doing the whole, it goes back to the concussion lawsuit where they're trying to cover their butts for that because Tagliabue was obviously, they probably knew something about concussions more than they do now. Why not bring in Tagliabue? He'll say, oh, it was the bounty thing. We're trying to get player safety, which when it goes back to the concussion suit, then they can at least say, well, Tagliabue is a good guy. I mean, look what he did for the bounty thing. But that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother deal. And, it's a tragic thing. I mean, I actually visited Cleveland years ago on a trip, the Browns, and they didn't pass me on my physical, but little Romeo Cornell, I mean, I call him Black Ziggy. I mean, he's like the nicest, sweetest little old man for what he had to deal with, and Scott Pioli. I mean, I can't even imagine what that is.
Zach, you know where Romeo went to college, don't you?
I don't.
Western Kentucky.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, Zach, rapid fire questions. You ready?
Sure. Yeah, oh yeah.
Favorite sports moment of all time?
Lining up next to Brad Hopkins. You kidding me?
You know what? I'm gonna slap him for that.
All right, the second.
Seriously.
All right, what's number
What's
two?
your favorite? Yeah, thank you.
What's number two?
Well, in 6th grade, I was playing for Trinity Catholic, and I made a game-winning basketball shot.
Did you really?
No time left.
All right, what's number three?
Number 3, probably beating Baltimore Ravens at their place. And
Finally!
I love that game. Gary Anderson, Javon Curse was calling him G-Unit on the sidelines. Made me laugh.
You know, that's the last playoff game the Titans won.
Do your Gary Anderson.
I can't do it. I tried to do it. I actually just saw him.
Because Gary
2
has
days
that
ago.
South African accent. And Pillar did a perfect Gary Anderson. I can't believe he
Just saw him 2 days ago at the airport. He got on my golf cart. He did not tip, but I was not going to accept from him.
All right, who did you idolize growing up?
I mean, I was a big Magic Johnson fan. That was my guy. I was fortunate enough in 7th grade. My mom flew me out there on Sky Mile points to go to the LA Forum, and I got to see him. We were so high up in the deal there that I could touch like
God?
the back wall.
Okay.
The back wall.
Movie that has made you cry?
Quarterback needs job.
Well, yeah, because it's the world's most expensive home movie ever made.
Quarterback needs job. This is a movie that Zach made.
Yeah, it's sitting in my closet. Terms of Endearment. My mom made me watch that as a kid. Remember that? What are you talking about? One of the worst.
Oh, man.
I mean, maybe Lion King or something, but Terms of Endearment crushed me. Oh, and Project X. Remember that movie about the monkeys?
Yeah,
With,
Matthew Broderick?
Yeah, I ran out of the theater on that one. The monkey that couldn't get the cigarette, I was freaking out.
What actor would play you in a movie? You look like the dude from 300. I don't know that guy's name.
Yeah, that creepy looking deformed
With
one.
a huge mouth.
Gerard Butler.
He looks like Gerard Butler.
I would say like Chris Farley at this point.
You know, I'll be honest, you look like a fat George Clooney, being honest.
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly what I look like. I've always thought that ever since I saw you, you look like kind of a hairy George Clooney.
The question is, though, Brad, will you tip Zach at the airport?
I do.
Yeah, I would. I don't accept too many tips from teammates, except guys that are richer than me, and that's pretty much all of them. So I
How many
accept
of
all
them do
their
you see going in
tips.
and out of the airport?
I see a handful of guys. I see Kevin Carter. He comes in town a few times. He threw me a 20 once. I was actually really fired up. And,
Keep up with your old teammates?
a handful of them. You know, B-Hop, Ryan Long, Benji Olson. Few guys. I mean, I text a lot of my teammates, but they don't respond.
You recently got married.
Got married recently. I
Congratulations.
appreciate it, man. My chick, she's awesome.
Starting out.
I love her, and we got married in Key West. A lot of fun. I also want to say that I went to the Vandy women's basketball game last night. My daughter is a ball girl for them.
Excellent.
Cool.
She was cleaning the floors. She did more cleaning last night during that game than she's done in her 9 years of existence in my little life. So
man, are you at Zany's soon? I'm just curious, man, because you're on a roll.
I could be.
No, this is him, period. I mean, this dude is like this, sun up to sundown. Meetings, he's like this. Bruce Matthews would have to throw stuff at him all the time to tell him to be quiet.
Or wake me up.
You know?
Zach Pillar, everybody.
All right,
Thanks for
you guys.
stopping by. Your former teammate, cool stuff.
Take care.
All right, Zach Pillar. We are live in the game.
Keep your cell phone
then.
on because we might be replacing me. Remember?
Yeah, that's the Wendy's first quarter, 102.5 The Game, ESPN Radio, Nashville.